Hey Beatle friends, what's up? Welcome to part 2 of the Beatles books video. Just came home from my hiking in the woods. I look like crap right now, so I'm not going to show my face for this video, but I am going to show the books here. Now, I'm in another house right now, and I pulled out a box of Beatle books. Now, this doesn't have all of the Beatle books that I want to show, including the two major ones that I mentioned in a previous video, the Beatles anthology book and the Beatles complete recording sessions. I'm gonna go through whatever's in this box. I think there's another box here somewhere. I have to look through it, but there's so many boxes here, and I just don't feel like going through them right now. But I found this box here, and I'm gonna go through everything that we have. I'm gonna do it as quick as I can, so I hope you enjoy this video here. Here we go. We're going to start off with this here. This one is Lennon McCartney 60s Portrait of an Era, Ella Sharp Museum, June 14 through September 14, 2003. It's got some of Linda's photos there. Well, this is actually not a book. This is a exclusive showing here. It's just an invitation here, but it's really nice though. And I actually have a Linda McCartney photos book to show here in a moment. I'll go through these here. This is Up, Periscope Yellow, The Making of Yellow Submarine by Al Brodox. Skim through some pages here. It's a nice book here. Alright. Next book, The Making of the Magical Mystery Tour, Tony Barrow. Next, we have Ticket to Ride, Larry Kane. Got a CD-ROM here. Yeah, it's a CD here. Interviews with the Beatles. And here's a book I really want to show. I Me Mine by George Harrison. Believe this is the original that my father bought. Yeah, it is the original. It is the original, and it looks really nice. There's a nice photo of the Beatles here. And we have The Love You Make, Insider Story of the Beatles by Peter Brown and Stephen Gaines. Nice book, too. And we have Paul McCartney in his own words. Yeah, this takes me back to when I used to do videos where I hold the device and don't show my face when I used to show albums. Next we have the Unmaking of the Beatles, Apple to the Core by Peter McCabe and Robert D. Schoenfeld. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. It says here, this book will enrage a lot of people, but the authors knew it would not have been worth telling otherwise. There is no doubt about it. This book is a tragedy, a study of greed, power, and the bodies of the Beatles left strewn in their wake. But it's the best, cruelest, most realistic look at the music business to date. From New York Sunday News, review by Lillian, what's her last name? Roxanne. Okay, next book here. Don't want to spend too much time on the book. Okay, Grapefruit. Yoko Ono Grapefruit. Oh, that's the back. This is the front here. It's in nice condition. And we have The Beatles England by David Bacon and Norman Moslov. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. Okay, looks like a John. Yep, this is a John Lennon book. Imagine, a celebration of John Lennon. I think I've read this here. It has the photos of John and the lyrics to Imagine. So when you go through this book, you're gonna see the lyrics to Imagine as well as photos of John. It's a nice book. And what else do I have here? Okay, looks like another John Lennon, Summer of 1980. Okay, what else do I have? Looks like, okay, we have Let's Have a Dream. Has John Lennon drawings here. And here's a Beatles book, authorized biography by Hunter Davies. I think this is an original issue from a long time ago. Okay, next book. Not Just the Beatles, a story of how legendary impresario Sid Bernstein brought the Beatles to America and his association with the show business greats of our time. That's told to Arthur Aaron. And then we have All You Need Is Ears by George Martin with Jeremy Hornsby. And then we have a Beatles calendar from 1990. And this is with the Beatles, a historic photographs of Diesel Hoffman. Let me see if I can try to go through these quick here. Oop, here we go. Has some really nice photos. I'm really into Beatle photographs as much as I'm into their history myself. Okay, what's next? Oh, Mersey Beat, the beginning of the Beatles. Okay, I'm nearly done here. I'm going to try to go through the rest of these quick as I can. Imagine John Lennon. I read that book a lot. It's a nice book. And we have The Ballad of John and Yoko by the editors of Rolling Stone. Nice book too. And we have Yesterday, My Life with the Beatles by Alistair Taylor. Then it looks like a thing of John Lennon's drawings and lyric sheets as well. So it's a nice little book too. And we have next is The Beatles in Rishikesh by Paul Saltzman. Go through some of this, not all of it. Nice photographs here, and it has a history about the Beatles in Rishikesh with the Maharishi. And we have a book written It's written by Helen Spence. And we have the Beatles for the Record. And here's the Linda McCartney photos book from the 60s. It's really nice. Has photos that Linda took of so many great artists from the 60s. Everyone, just about everyone you can think of. And what else? Yeah, the Beatles backstage and behind the scenes. And then we have the Beatles, an illustrated record. This is a later edition that was published after John Lennon's death in 1980. Then we have the 1978 edition of an illustrated record. Then we have a Twist of Lennon by Cynthia Lennon. And then looks like we have a Michael McCartney book. Mike McGear is his pseudonym. It's a really nice book here. Bunch of Mike McCartney photos. And there's a second book in here. I wonder if it's like a part 2 or something, or if it's the same book. Oh, it's the same book, so. But it's really nice. Mike's a great photographer. And then one more book here before I wrap up the video. John, Paul, and Me Before the Beatles. The True Story of the Very Early Days by Len Gary. Len Gary played with the Quarrymen, and John's original Quarrymen. There's the CD here. And we got this at the Beatle Fest in '97. Back then it was Beatle Fest. And I believe his signature's in here. Yeah, it's here somewhere. So, alright, well, that wraps up this Beatles book video. I think I'm going to have a part 3 because there's still some Beatle books I really want to show that are not in this box. I'm trying to get access to those 2 books that I wanted to show. I hope you enjoy this video, and stay tuned for more videos, and talk to you all later. Thank you.